Namaste, brothers and sisters. Happy 5/5. I'm just going to start a watch party on The Event Is Happening. Or I should say the event is officially happening, because it looks like the event is officially happening. So just going to wait for a couple of people to jump on the call. And oh, Lacey ring. Hi Lacey. Oh, 11 people. Let's share this video, brothers and sisters. This is really like, we are the antidote to the mainstream media, and we are risen and totes woke humanity. So let's just get this message, let's get this vibration out to as many brothers and sisters as possible, and just really just be our true, real, authentic selves in the face of such madness. What is going on with the world? So I'm just going to start a watch party in The Event Is Happening group. I'm just going to wait while we just get a few people to jump on the call. And hello, Sophia. And so basically, if whoever shares this video, I'm going to send a really one of my amazing soul gifts. I've brought through so many powerful meditations that work on the deepest etheric level to activate shifts on a blueprint level. And so I'm going to offer someone one of my really exclusive meditations, whoever shares this video. We've really got to get this message out, brothers and sisters. It's so important, because this is the 5/5, like 5/5. This is like military talk. This is like 5/5 2020. This is so big. Today is so big. And all of the old nefarious powers that used to work with these energies of the 5/5 portal and Beltane for their like most heinous sacrifices. And so it is so important, brothers and sisters, that we, the light tribe, the star seeds, the star beings, come together on dates such as this to counterbalance any intentions to harm humanity. Like, humanity has been through enough. We've all been through enough. And basically what I really see as what is going on right now, I see that the white hats are in control, and the white hats are in control of the narrative. And it looks like so much optics is going on at the moment in order to shaken to awaken the remaining sleepers that are lining up for the mandated vaccines and chips. Like, there's still people that are going, yes, give me a chip, give me a vaccine. And it's madness, it's mental, it's ridiculous. And so the white hats are controlling the narrative to make people see how willing they are to give away their sovereignty to someone like Bill Gates, who doesn't even have a medical certificate or a medical education. Like, who is he? He's some bloke. Like, he's basically a Rockefeller who... He didn't even create Microsoft. He isn't even a brain box at all. He's just one from that family, got given another name, and then they give him that role. So he's got that role of being the Microsoft CEO, but obviously he's stepped down now, and he's got the role of being this Mr. Vaccine Man. But it's just all a front. It's just a role. It's not really who he is. But honestly, I feel so deeply. I've tuned in. And also this intel is coming from very high level people that I follow, such as Alan Fountain, Daniel Dowell, my most amazingly awake people that I follow. Like, we're all receiving the same intel, and that is that the white hats are in control. The white hats are taking control of everything. But because there's still so much Trump derangement syndrome, Trump can't come along and say, oh yeah, vaccines are really bad, because half the population want a vaccine. So they'll be like, get him out, he says vaccines are bad. So it's all about optics at the moment. So he has to say, oh yes, we're going along with this. His son Barron got affected, got vaccine damage. Trump is not supportive of vaccines, but it's all optics at the moment, brothers and sisters, in order to shake and to awaken the sleeping masses. So it's very important that we all gather together. Like, the thing that they're most afraid of is unified humanity. The thing that they're most afraid of is awakened humanity. We represent awakened humanity. One person's consciousness is so ridiculously powerful, it could birth an entire universe. It could birth an entire universe. That is how powerful one person's consciousness is. When two people gather in alignment with God's plan, God's will, God's intentions, like, it is absolutely unprecedented how powerful we each individually are. So when we come together, one person, two people, to the power of three people, to the power of, it's all to the power of. If we come together with 1,000 people, it's to the power of one person. It is absolutely unprecedented and exponential how powerful humanity's conscious is. Please share this video, brothers and sisters. We've really, it's so important for all the future generations that we gather together on dates such as this, that we unify our intentions as the ground crew. Because in a way, the way I see it, is that on this evolutionary journey, we're all evolving from caterpillar 3D consciousness to butterfly 5th dimensional consciousness. So all of our starseeds are a little bit further ahead on this development process. Doesn't make us better, doesn't make us special. It just means that we're just a little tiny bit further ahead in this evolutionary stage. And so what I'm trying to say, brothers and sisters, is that your voice, your messages are so important for your brothers and sisters that have not reached your level of understanding, you know. So that's why it's so important that we keep sharing these messages. We keep share my memes and stuff with people, because even though some part of them might reject it, like, we are planting seeds and all of it connects with our hearts. Like, truth is one, you know, at the end of the day. And if you're sharing truth, everyone's heart is going to be able to resonate with that on some level, even though their mind may reject it. On some level, there's some sort of like connection and resonance. So it's very important that we share this video and that we share these opportunities that we as the awakened ones are experiencing, such as this amazing opportunity for us to come together for this powerful life-changing ceremony. Very important, brothers and sisters, because we as the ground crew, as the star being ground crew, we need to send a message now to the white hats, because the white hats are very much connected to the military aspect of the operation, but we are connected to the ground crew, grass level aspect of this operation. And it's very important that our communication is clear between us and the white hat military. So we need to all gather together and we need to anchor the timeline of disclosure. We need to anchor the timeline of global end down of lockdown. We need to anchor the timeline of the mainstream media. Well, we know that the white hats have taken over the mainstream media, but it's time now for us to all fully see that, for it to be exposed. So for the mainstream media to start exposing people like Obama, people like Clinton, people like Gates. So because it's causing so much separation in our communities, like, that's what I'm seeing. Like, even like in Glastonbury, this is meant to be one of the most spiritually awakened towns in the world, but there is so much split and so much separation because of what the mainstream media is, the narrative that they are perpetuating, and it is causing a massive split with starseeds. And so we are going to gather together to say enough is enough, and we're going to anchor this timeline of disclosure from the mainstream media so that we can end this split. And I know that some people are saying like that, you know, all the masks are coming off, and like this is a time where the wheat and the chaff are being separate. But ultimately, we want as many of our brothers and sisters as possible to wake up, to be on board with this timeline of sovereignty, because it was never about Democrats and Republics. It was never about left versus right. It was always about sovereignty versus slavery. And everyone ultimately wants sovereignty. Like, we don't want to be controlled. You know, we don't want our children to be controlled. But because of all of the Trump derangement syndrome, it's caused even a further split with this idea of the Republicans and the Democrats. It's all an illusion, brothers and sisters. Like, the US administration is standing for sovereignty. It is standing for release from the tentacles of the dark, sadistic, satanic deep state. That is what it represents. But there's still so many people that have, like, you know, swallowing the narrative about like the mainstream media's perception about Trump and stuff like that. that is just causing too much split in our communities. So it's really, really important that we anchor this timeline where the mainstream media lays its cards on the table and truly, truly says who are the villains and who are the saviours in this story, so that everyone can finally unify. Because I don't know about you, but I've had enough. I've had enough about seeing this pain and separation in my community. I've had enough from seeing this pain in my family. You know, like many people in my family despise Trump. They think that he's deep state. They think that he wants to kill everyone. I don't know what they think, but they don't think that they aren't in tune to who he really, really is. So I believe that the medicine for this is for us to all visualise this powerful timeline where the big reveal happens on the mainstream media, so that all of our family, we can all get on the same page, brothers and sisters. It's so important now. Like, we need to unify, because like when we're separate and divided, like the deep state has more power. But even though this is all optics that is being played out, it's really important that as many of us jump on this awake train as possible, so that we can all collectively make our way to the new earth. I don't want to see like loads of people sort of like drop off and stay stuck in this 3D timeline. I want to see as many of our brothers and sisters as possible make it into new earth, into fifth dimensional consciousness. So this is what this work is all about. It's about working for the collective with the understanding, and it's not in any way that we're better or special, but we as the star beings are tiny little bit more developed in our evolutionary process. So that means that we can send back codes, send back messages, send back information to our evolving caterpillar family and friends to assist them to impeccably carry on this evolutionary journey into fifth dimensional consciousness. So this is it. This is what they're most afraid of. They're most afraid of humanity unifying, and but let's all do it for our brothers and sisters. And it's really important as well that everyone understand that there's like multi-dimensional timelines that are being played here. And so even when I'm having this conversation, I'm having to speak from a fifth dimensional chess game, 4D, 3D. Do you know what I mean? It's quite confusing because there's all these different dimensional realities that are being played out, and the vast majority of the populace only knows how to play 2D checkers, but 3D chess is being played, 4D chess, 5D, 6D and above. And so we have to understand that this is a multi-dimensional takeover that's happening. And so also in the transmission, I'm going to be like using some of the time to put together some really, really important multi-dimensional dots, so that you can have that higher perspective, so that you're able to guide your brothers and sisters as they're trying to find clarity in this incredibly confusing time. So I'll post the link on how to book onto the transmission, but it really, really is the big one. This is the 5-5 brothers and sisters. We're going to be working with the energies of Avalon. We're going to be working with Glastonbury Tor. We're going to be working with the Green Man and the Goddess, and activating the Heros Gamos codes within our heart. And these are deeply connected to the Holy Grail, and this is deeply connected to the anchoring in of the new earth. So it's going to be so multidimensionally faceted, the work that we're going to be doing, but it's going to be amazing, and the transmissions are amazing. And I've never ever had so many people sign up for a transmission, and I think this is largely now because I've joined Twitter and I've suddenly becoming a bit active on Twitter, and so I've had loads and loads of people, new people from Twitter are going to be joining our community. So it's really, really exciting, and I get the most incredible feedback after the transmissions, brothers and sisters. It is mind-blowing, and they massively affect all of our evolution. They fast track our evolution, and they give us tools to be able to stabilize in fifth dimensional consciousness. I share really, really powerful tools that all of us can take away to assist us to stabilize, because that is what it's all about now. It's about the star seeds, the 144,000 being totally stabilized in fifth dimensional consciousness, remembering who we are as children of Mother, Father, God, as recognizing the inherent divinity in all of our brothers and sisters, and indeed all of nature, restoring our consciousness back to the remembrance that every blade of grass, that every speck of dust, that every single grain of sand is precious and holy and is intricately woven into the fabric of oneness that creates our beautiful world and our beautiful consciousness. So all of these truths get transmitted that enable us all to really, really fast track our evolution. So someone's asking what time. So it's coming up to 4 o'clock in the UK. The transmission is going to start at 2020. So that's in 4 hours and 25 minutes from now, brothers and sisters. Please share this video. We really, really this is the big one. Sorry about my neighbours being a bit noisy. I hope it's not affecting you. But really, really, this is the big one for the star beings, the star seeds, to come together and unify our divine intentions in order to anchor these fortuitous timelines for the collective, and to assist in the collective evolution of our consciousness, of our collective consciousness. So the transmission starts in 4 hours 20 minutes from now. They're amazing, and there's a signing up process because you have to commit to it. I don't want it that people just stumble upon a very, very powerful, life-changing ceremony. You have to be prepared. You have to have your altar set up. You have to be dressed in white. You have to have all your beautiful pictures there. You have to be totally, totally ready and available to do this work for the collective. So that is why it's on a signing up process. And of course, it's a way to support me for all the tireless and endless work I do with waking up my brothers and sisters. So that's it. So Carol Ann says it's 12:08 there, so it's in 4 hours. Well, it's 15:55 in the UK now, so I don't know what that 12:08 was about. Maybe that's the time that the meditation's going to be. But I can tell you now, it's going to be in 4 hours 25 minutes from now, and I'm going to post the link. So let's really, really promote this, brothers and sisters. Let's break all records. Let's just get as many brothers and sisters signed up to this transmission and showing up for this transmission. Let's do it for all of our asleep brothers and sisters. Let's do it for all of our galactic family, because we are transitioning from a very, very highly immature third dimensional consciousness species to a fifth dimensional galactically responsible species, and we are getting to the position where Earth and humanity is going to be represented in the Galactic Federation of Light when it comes to making very, very important decisions within our galaxy and within our universe. This is so important. This is God's plan, brothers and sisters. We are moving from the age of Kali, the age of destruction and darkness, to the golden age, the age of light. This is God's plan. This is more than me. This is bigger than you. This is bigger than Trump, bigger than Q. This is about God's plan, and we are all emissaries. And we are all guardians of this great plan. So inviting all of you to come forward, as we all promised we would. We all promised that we'd show up for this powerful, powerful work at this time. And so giving thanks, brothers and sisters, for all of you that have already heard the call and signed up. And I'm going to share this video to as many groups as possible now. And I'm going to post the link for you to book. So I think that's my message. I'm going to save the rest, or I'm going to be really bringing through some powerful dots together, putting some powerful dots together in the transmission. So there's a part of me which wants to share it, but I'm going to hold back and I'm going to save it for the transmission. So, and also there's an exclusive song that me and Liam are going to share with you all. So love you all, brothers and sisters. Thank you all so much for being here and for watching this video. And I can't wait to be with you all at the 5-5 transmission in 4 hours, 20 minutes from now. There's Finn. Look how gorgeous he is. Look, there's Finn. Finn, can you say hello? Did you see him? All right, love you, brothers and sisters. Namaste.